Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gen Y Investor. Thanks again for tuning in, really appreciate it. Today we're just going to do a video on the Bamboo app, which I'm trialing. It's really a preliminary review, so we'll just talk a little bit about the whole idea of dollar cost averaging and periodic investment, which is what this app revolves around. Sort of the idea that if I buy a can of Coke for $2.50, that 50 cents, it'll round it up to $3, and then it'll take the 50 cents, put it into the app, and then after it reaches a certain amount, you can choose it to be 50 or 200. We'll talk about that in a minute. But after it's reached a certain amount, it'll purchase the things that you want to buy. So this app specifically focuses on Bitcoin, Ether, gold, and silver. So if you're not interested in those four investments, then probably not the app for you. There are other options like the Spaceship Voyager, which I've spoken about. I'll sort of harp on about that app a fair bit, but that's just got that's a periodic investment app where you'll every 2 weeks it'll invest a certain amount of money for you. So different to your sort of lump sum investing strategies, and we're just going to talk a little bit about that gear and this app, which might interest people. Okay, so just going over dollar cost averaging quickly, that allows us to buy a certain amount of your investment periodically. It's a hassle-free method. Again, I spoke about people not having time in this day and age to sort of focus on markets as much. So it's just something that you can basically put $50 a week, $100 a week aside, even $100 a month aside, and let this app do the work for you. A lot easier than trying to time the market. Choose your entry points and having that fear of missing out and all those other emotions that run through the investor's head. In theory, not as much risk as a lump sum investment. So there's certainly benefits to this method. And as I always say, I like to sort of try a bit of everything. Don't go too hard on one thing. Don't get burnt, but give everything a crack. So I've done a bit of research into the fees, which another key. If people watch any of my videos, I really love to focus on fees as much as possible. Now, it doesn't actually, I'll put a disclaimer, and it doesn't actually say how much the fee is going to be for each time they buy for you, but I think it's a fair assumption because there is a little feature where you can instantly buy something. So I think it's a fair assumption that this is going to be pretty accurate when they're just doing the investing for you. I think the fees will be pretty similar. So we've got $1.49 fees for less than $100 investments, $2.49 fees for investments between $101 and $250 investments, and $3.99 fees for investments between $251 and $500. I got that just by sort of checking out how much the exchange fee was going to be on certain amounts that I'd buy now. So I'm assuming that translates to going like them every 2 weeks buying you $500 worth or something like that. So we'll just look here at this roundup meter. That's basically what it is. So they've automatically taken $2.86 out here. That's just from a few previous transactions. I think one was a car wash or something like that. So it just went from $13.50 up to $14 and took out 50 cents. Now, I think I've set it up on this left-hand picture here as best you possibly can to minimize the fees. You choose your roundup meter to deposit after $200, so you're only going to have a smaller fee of $2.49 per $200. That's initially set up to be $50 for every deposit. And then monthly, I'm depositing $200, so that's $50 a week just to start off. I think the maximum you can deposit is $500 per transaction. So you could do $500 a week, but that's the most they'll accept. On the right here is just a photo of what you can do with the portfolio. Quite a nice little feature, I think, and very user-friendly. These are all screenshots from my phone as well. So you're going to need a phone to be using this app, obviously. I haven't looked at the website itself, but I assume similar sort of principles. So basically, you can choose what percentage you want invested in each asset. So the other one there is silver, don't know enough about silver, haven't been following it, so I'm not gonna touch it. There's the idea, so I've got 45% gold, 45% Ethereum, and 10% Bitcoin. Still like the idea of Bitcoin as of like just purely because of how powerful it is, but yeah, the altcoins are certainly seem to be rocketing a lot more than Bitcoin, which is why I've just gone a little bit lower on that. Ethereum 2.0 coming out, so I'm very excited about that. I think that'll mean quite a nice rise. And yeah, gold's something I haven't been in. I've talked about it before. I'm not in gold. I'm in Westgold, which is a gold mining stock, but I don't have a huge stake in that. So I would like to sort of diversify over to gold quite a bit. And I think it's pretty low for the most part, the price. So yeah, that's how I've set mine out. But you guys can, if you're interested, can do whatever you want with how you set it out. You might be more interested in Bitcoin, so go ahead and do that. And this is just the button down the bottom. So we can either top up, do a recurring top up, which is what I've done, $200 every what was it, month. The top up's just an instant buy feature. So that's where I got all those fees from. And then you can also obviously withdraw your money whenever you want. Just thought I'd mention the referral code. If you want to get a free $10 for when you start off, if you're interested in this, you can use my code that's right there. I'll also put that in the description of the video, so it's easy for you to copy. All you have to do is tap on it, and it instantly takes you to the app to get everything sorted. And it took me only probably 5 minutes to sign up, so it's pretty easy. Yeah, so that's probably about it to start with. We'll see how it goes. I might mention this in a video in a few weeks or something. We'll see how it spans out. Just a different way of investing. You know, if you feel like you don't like the idea of missing the boat with things or having to buy at certain prices, then this might be an idea. I think I'll be quite a bit different to a lot of people because my regular daily spending is very, very, very low. My girlfriend buys the food in the house, and I really don't spend money on anything except for petrol, I guess. So that'll be the only thing that sort of gets on my, like, increases my fund from the dollar cost averaging point of view. So I'm really looking at the recurring top ups to sort of make me any sort of money in this app. Again, you guys can choose to do with it whatever you want. Just a suggesting video. So yeah, hopefully you found some of this info beneficial, even if you don't use this app. I do like the idea of, you know, the dollar cost averaging strategy and periodically investing as opposed to lump sum. So again, we're just trying it out, and if you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to give us a like. Thanks guys.